Here we
What's up?
are.
Yeah, we are still alive. What's up, Steven?
Alive. Maybe in different rooms, but we are still alive. How's it?
Oh man, I can barely hear. Let me turn you back up. That was so loud it blew my eardrum out.
Yeah, the way it handles that, I don't really. There's no
Yeah.
like volume
Wow.
adjustment other than the automatic one. So on the
People are gonna hate that song.
one of these days.
Holy crap. Well, welcome to yet another edition of Live at the Landis presented by Absolute Vodka and our wonderful friends at the one and only Michael Kelly Guitar Company, michaelkellyguitars.com. Guitars that make you feel like you're a rock star or you're going to become a rock star, one or the other. I don't know. I don't have that list in front of me. So we are in our satellite offices today because I am getting over being sick, and Steven has come down with something, and I don't want to be near him.
Yeah.
So,
Nobody wants this shit. Everybody,
No.
to the curb and
No.
said, go hide in your office. So I am here in
No.
this is the quarantine stream.
Yeah, I do not want what you have, man. Now you're locking up on my end. Am I locking up on your end?
No, you're doing pretty good.
Oh, that's weird.
You got that unwired connection over there.
Well, no, the computer's on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. I'm hardwired in. I got a desktop,
Oh.
Yeah, we got to get you.
So you're on crack over there. That's awesome.
A nice long cable.
So we're coming at you from two different areas. Steve is in Eaglesville, and I
Yes.
am in the Landis podcast room here with my Michael Kelly guitar behind me.
Yes, I was playing that guitar the other
Yes.
day. Actually, I took it down off the wall and I brought it down and test all the amps out and everything. And I'll tell you what, man, that's a great guitar.
Oh, they are great guitars, man. They
Great
really are. They're great guitars, man. But look, man, let's dive into it. We've got Mark from the Bullet Boys coming on a little bit.
Yeah.
Bullet Boys are in town this week. If you remember them, started from me. It was back in the '80s. I remember their first album might have been their second or third album actually that I remember distinctly. And but they've been putting albums out still. I think they might even have. I was looking. I think they got a new album out. Or they did a remastering of one of their it's I'm looking at it here in one of their 95. Oh, Acid Monkey, that was a great album. I remember that album. So they did a remastering of that. Yeah. Oh, dude, they're great, man. They're great. I'm looking forward to it. But this past weekend though, man, we had a couple really good shows, man. We had Crystal Ship was back, and like always, man, they're just. Dude, I grew up a Doors fan. I love the Doors. I love that music. And nobody, I don't know, man. To me, that's just like if I could imagine going back in time and seeing the Doors. And the way you present it with the lights and stuff, you really feel like you're seeing, the Doors. And it's a pretty remarkable experience, man.
I'm excited for that. It's one of those things where we really do a good job with it. We try to put all of our all into it, and they are just a fantastic group. So
Yeah, it helps when you got a really good group, man. And then, of course, Saturday, the one and only Pat Travers was in town, man.
Pat was
and
awesome.
and man and Alex the drummer, and of course David,
Yeah.
who I have befriended to the point I was talking to him again this morning.
Yeah.
I just I couldn't get over literally the band that Pat put together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, probably one
hitters right there.
Oh, dude. I mean, probably David's one of the sickest bass players I've ever heard. I guess next to his uncle Jocko, he's got but it's just one of those people where it's like, what do you say to somebody like that? Because you're like, dude, you tell bass players and performers all the time, dude, you're really good at what you do. You're good. But this dude was just
Fantastic.
sick.
Yeah, I had to include a little bit of his bass solo in there under.
Well, what do you got? Let's see what you got for the Doors, man. Let's throw something up. If you guys missed it this weekend, you missed a couple great shows, especially Pat Travers, but the Doors, man. There is no other. To me, there's just no other Doors experience out there like Crystal Ship. They've been around since the '70s. This is the newest iteration of the band, and they're still killing it, man. Really killing it.
Eddie's car broke down. He still made his way here. You know, he was he came in like literally right at the last second and was just good to go. There was no real sound check for him or anything like that. It was hey,
No,
I'm Jim Morrison, and that was basically about it. So
I don't think he needs one, man. You know what I mean? I just don't think he needs one, to be honest with
I
you.
love how he plays just, with everything. He kind of fades into the darkness and disappears and shit like that. So it's a good time. But yeah, let's we'll start off with the big one here that everybody
Let's
knows.
do it.
Riders on the Storm.
Riders on.
Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Into this house we're born. Into this world we're thrown. Like the door without a hole and capture rebel. Riders on the storm. There's a killer on the road. His brain is squirting like a tail. Take it on holiday. Let your children play. If you give his man a rise, sweet family will die. Killer on the road. Yeah.
Boom, ba-doo-doo-doo. Dude, that looks so good too, man. It really did. I love doing that song, man.
Yeah, that was a good one. You had your thunder and lightning going on everything. I
Yeah.
brought it all down because it's the Doors.
That's
They
just
when they showed up, they could not stop talking about the last show that they played here. They were like, "Hey, just whatever you guys did last time, just do the same damn thing, please." Just do the same- one of them would come in and be like, "You guys are going to do the same thing as last year, right?" All right, cool. Next guy would come. You guys are doing the same thing as last year, right?
yeah, man.
All the way down to Eddie, who came in at the end. He's like, "You guys
There's only one way to do it with those guys, man.
dark, right?" I'm like, yeah. But
Well,
no,
the doors were always dark.
yeah,
With the exception of, and I think we talked about it that night, with the exception of when they were on the Ed Sullivan show,
yes,
and it was like this big white stage with a bunch of doors hanging
Yeah.
down.
Yep.
Everything you ever saw from the doors was dark, man.
hell yeah.
Wow. What else you got, man? And that was just one of the best. That's one of the freakiest songs. That and This Is the End.
Yes.
That are like those songs of death. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like,
Time, right?
what's that?
I don't think they played This Is the End this time.
No, they did not.
I remember, I think it was last time they came here. They were like, "All right, we're gonna do one song for an encore," and they started "This Is the End." We're like, "Oh shit, 17-minute song, nice."
Yeah, this is the longest
They
song in the
did the
world.
whole fucking version. You were
they
like,
did.
They're gonna shorten it. They're gonna no, they did not. They did. The
Yeah,
whole
I'll be honest with you. I think they wanted to get out. His car was broken down. He was not in the best of moods, and then he ended up staying anyway and drinking. So
yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, his car was like out in Deptford somewhere, and probably
Yeah.
just sitting there still. So
it probably is still.
this was another one that looked really good. It's a little bit of a song that I don't know that anyone would have guessed that I would play, but this is Maggie.
Oh yes.
Maggie, 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 oh, girl. Roll the road out of the hill. Coming on you new man. In a thing that you understand. I've been singing the blues ever since the world began.
Dude, I love that song. I just love the Doors, man. I just do, man.
Like I said, that was a little bit of a surprise there. So
I'm trying to remember if that was on. I was looking real quick what album that was on, because that was one of those songs where it was like I can't remember what album that song was on, but I remember getting that album and I was like, because the Doors put out so many albums, man,
yeah,
and a lot of them were just like the same album as before, just with a different title and a new picture on the front cover. I forget, man, but that was such a good album.
Maggie McGill was off of Morrison Hotel.
Morrison Hotel, that's what it was. Yeah, where they're sitting there looking through the window. Yeah, I love that's another. It's just a great album cover. Their album covers are still. I think the Soft Parade and the Doors Live are probably like they did one that's called Live at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah,
That is such a good album, man. And
there's
again,
a lot of albums.
when you see this band Crystal Ship, it's like that album.
Hell yeah.
It's so weird. It's so weird, man. It's so
Hell
weird.
yeah. There's actually been from all different kinds of genres, live at the Hollywood Bowl, and every single one of them is good. I don't know what it is about that place. Like people seem to have like their best show. I have a Chuck Mangione album, and it's Chuck Mangione live at the Hollywood Bowl, and it's like one of my most listened to records that I have.
I think well, it was David Bowie did the one live in Philadelphia. I can't remember what I can't what was the name of that joint in Philly? Because that was just one of his best live albums of all time.
Yeah.
I can't think of what it was called. I don't know. I don't remember. Live at the Crack Rock.
I'm at the Electric Factory.
Yeah, exactly. What is that? It for the Doors?
I have one more. It's a little bit shorter, but this is another heavy hitter. This is "L.A. Woman."
Oh, that's another one of their biggest hits.
Yes.
That was probably one of their biggest hits, besides "Light My Fire." Yeah.
Yeah. So here we go.
Yes. Yes.
Man. Had to show a little bit of what you were doing on the walls there. The other two
Yeah.
zoomed in, and that one kind of showed it off. So
I like that because you get to do just like simple, like freaky, like trippy shit, man.
hell yeah.
So
man.
if anybody showed up, under our new marijuana laws in the state of New Jersey, high as a cloud, you really enjoyed that show.
Yeah, I know a couple people that were a little more than weed on that one. So
Yeah. Hey, wait, what's that? Do you hear that?
what?
That was the Eagles winning the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I was hearing a little echo of that coming through.
What do you have it playing behind you?
Rob's asking why we're not in the same room because Steve is sick and I'm not getting sick again, man. I threw him out. He's in a dungeon in a basement somewhere.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't, man. Every time I get better, somebody gets sick around me and I'm sick again. So I'm done with it, man. I'm on the Robert Kennedy's fucking what is it? Meth blue. Methylene blue treatment, and I am trying to get better. Look, the whole world around me is blue. I pee green now. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you, Robert Kennedy. I appreciate
Paul
it.
Giamatti and Big Fat Liar coming up soon. Uh-oh. You messed something up here.
Where did you go?
Where did you go is the question.
I don't know. You disappeared. I disappeared.
You
What
did.
the hell was that?
I don't know. You're
I
right.
don't know. That's what happens when you spend all that money on internet. Yeah. You can't even be in two separate rooms in a building.
We got to get you a nice cable. Yeah, that's the other thing. We're literally in the same building. You would think this would be as good as it gets here, but no, apparently not. Although we are in the middle of a snowstorm here, and I don't know if you've.
Oh yeah, it's like it's unbelievable. I think one flake hit my car already. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh no, it's we're covered already, dude.
Is it coming down now? Oh nice,
Oh, yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
nice.
everything's completely covered in snow already. So we might be stuck
man.
here together after this one.
Oh,
But
no. Well, as long as you're in another room with your sick ass, I don't give a shit.
we got I got a couple from Pat Travers here. You want
Oh, dude, Pat Travers. Again, talking about Pat Travers, I was talking to David Pistorius today. So David has his band, the local, was it 318 or 518, local 518, and I told him, I said, what I think I'm going to do is I want to put together like a thing for the walk-in screen when people come in and it's going around, and like a little QR code on that. and play his music, and it says, while you're sitting here waiting for the band to come on, you're enjoying, music from him and the name of the band. And, people can go to the QR code and kind of look up the music. And my thought is that might be something we can try and do every month for different bands and start, doing some of these local artists and bands and people that we really love their music and allowing people while they're sitting there listen to their records and, maybe go on and actually download it,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he gave me a really cool idea by you actually, putting his music on the other night. I was like, wow, maybe we should do that. And then the only other thing is, maybe, we run it if it's an album and then after that throw, since we're partnering now with 93.3 WMMR, throwing them up there,
Mm-hmm.
So,
Hell yeah.
But yeah, what do you got from Pat, man? What a show, man. Dude, that's what rock and roll's about. That's a rock show, man.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Do you want to open it with the solos or do you want to do a song first?
Do a song first.
All right, we'll start off with a song here. Here we go.
Dude, Pat Travers is the fucking shit, man.
Yes. Hell yeah.
I mean, you don't. I mean, who in South Jersey thought when we bought this place and opened this place that they were going to get bands like Pat Travers, you had the Bullet Boys this weekend. Whoever thought that they were going to get this kind of music? You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man.
It's sick, man. And
I'm gonna go into one of the solo videos here since you've been talking about David.
Yeah, David is probably one of the best bass players around, man.
Yeah. Oh, this guy. Wait till you see this little chunk of.
Yeah, he's this guy's sick, man.
This is crazy. So here we go. This is David Pastorius right here doing a little solo action.
Jocko. And what a humble dude, man. Jocko's nephew, man.
Couldn't have been nicer, dude.
Nice.
Absolutely killed it. Let's go with a heavy history. Another heavy hitter here. This is Snorting Whiskey.
Yeah, that's just it, man. The last one for tonight from Pat Travers.
Yes.
Again, if you missed the show this weekend, you can catch Pat's on tour right now.
Yes.
Go to his website and check him out, and see if you can find him in a place near you.
Hell yeah!
What a show, man! Pure rock star, brother. Pure rock star.
So here we go.
Snorting whiskey and drinking cocaine, baby.
Crazy.
Dude, I tell you, man, I'm gonna tell you straight up. When I was in the military, and you would put that shit on your, you're in a Black Hawk, and you put those headphones on, and you throw that song on, man, you are ready. You are ready to just throw rounds to the ground, baby. That was that. Yep.
That song.
Yeah, that fucking song's ridiculous, man. I fucking love. And Pat Travers, man, couldn't have been one of the nicer dudes we've ever met in this venue.
Absolutely. I got to drive him around a little bit.
Yep, total rock star. Yeah, had to take him to the vape shop, baby.
These guys have everything.
Dude, but I'm gonna tell you, man, you go from a weekend of Pat Travers to a weekend with the Bullet Boys, man. I mean, you're like, how do you get like so much rock and roll in one spot? You know what I mean? It's like ridiculous, man.
And speaking of, it looks like we have Mark joining us from the.
Oh, no shit. Is he on? Yeah. Yes, baby. Let's bring it on. So you got a little promo?
Yeah, I got this little video. We'll play, and then he'll come in right after that. So
let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, Mark, how you doing, brother?
Good, brother. How are you?
Good, man. Good. I have to tell you, we are not in our studio tonight because the man in the middle is sick, and I don't want to be around him. So,
Oh, oh shit!
Yeah.
Thank you so much for inviting me on your amazing show. I'm so glad to be here, and I'm so sorry to hear that you're ill, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
yeah, he's
We'll
got a
get
little one at home too, man. He's got to get himself better. So,
Oh,
Yeah, I shipped him off to the grandparents so I don't get him sick. So have
nice.
a snow day with the grandparents.
A little time with the wife. Hopefully, you guys will.
Yep.
Oh yes.
that's
But
the way.
it's been going around a lot. Here in LA, too. People have been getting colds and stuff like that. But I know, man.
So-
I'm so sorry to hear. But you'll get better.
Yes.
How are you doing out there in LA, man? I mean, it's been hell there, man, with the
Hey, man.
wildfires and all this.
You see what's up right here, baby. LA
Yeah.
strong. Yes, always. I was
Now-
born and raised. I was born and raised here. It's been a little cray. But people are so resilient here. Everybody was. We get a bad rap about my city that I grew up here. I love my city. I love the people in it. It's such a diverse culture. It always has been.
Yep.
But everybody came to watch each other's back and really stepped up, and the communities were really amazing with a lot of love and a lot of faith, which was really brilliant to see that. And it just really warmed everybody's heart here in the city, even though the destruction was so catastrophic, to put it mildly.
Oh man,
I lived
unbelievable.
I was born and raised in a community called Montebello, and I hail from that city, which is close to Monterey Park and about a stone's throw away from Pasadena and Altadena, where I constantly frequented all the time in my ute. So, and I love those folks up there, man. They took it really hard. So, yes. So thank you for saying that. I really, really appreciate that. Big love to you guys. Thank you.
Yeah. I spent some time in LA. I used to work for Disney, and I worked for Nickelodeon. Yeah, for a while. I was a writer.
No, that's so rad.
I tell you, man, it's one of those things where when I got a lot of friends that still live in the area, and when everything was happening, I was just like, I was devastated, man. It's a lot of people displaced from their homes, and it's such a sad thing, after some of the stuff that happened, with the fires, of course, over in wherever the hell it is over there, Hawaii, and then you go over to Carolinas, and then you have LA.
God.
It's like there's so much devastation and so many people just put out. It's like you gotta hope God's got a plan here.
Well, I'll tell you what. Thank you for mentioning the good Lord, because I'm a strong man with my faith. And
Amen, brother.
everybody's got to, we all got to find that faith at some point, man.
No, that's the truth,
Lord,
man.
I always tell people the Lord is right there for you. All you need to do is ask him to come up on in. That's it.
That's true. That is
Right?
amen, brother. Amen.
And,
I got him
I'm
around my
sorry
neck.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just have to tell you something. I believe when I was just checking in that you were saying that you flew Black Hawk helicopters.
Oh, I flew in them. I was an Army Ranger.
Man, thank you for your service, my brother.
Yeah, they kicked me. They kicked my ass out and put me on the ground real quick.
I'll tell you what, though, I love all y'all so hard. We have so many people in the military that come in that have been stalwart Bullet Boys fans for so many years. Our armed forces, our great firefighters, first responders, police officers, you name it. There's big fans of the Bullet Boys, and I always throw out a lot of shout out and just big giant hugs and love for all of them. So thank you.
Well, it's true, man, because I went in the 80s, and I was in for a while, and that was when a lot of this, the hair metal and stuff was big. And it was a big thing because music was a big thing for, and I was telling Pat Travers, Crash and Burn. It was an album. I used to listen to that album. It's motivation.
Yes, radness at its finest, my brothers. At its perfect finest. I'm a huge Pat Travers fan. I myself and Lonnie have bumped into him many, many times, and he's always been such a naughty gentleman and such a sweetheart.
He's such a good human being, man, isn't he?
Yes, just a great human.
Yep.
So ridiculously talented. We all grew up seeing him, and but even still, that he's still doing it right now. I mean, people, y'all got to go out and see PT, man. I love
Oh
Legend
man,
is just out there killing it right now,
Dude,
just like ridiculously.
he put on a show here this weekend, man. And and when he left, he gave me the biggest hug.
Aw.
And he said, he goes, I'm glad I could be there for you. I said, and I told him, I said, sometimes I think if it wasn't for you and Motley Crue's Shout at the Devil album, I might not be here right now because that was motivation. You used to put that on, and I was an Army Ranger. We were in the shit all the time.
No, for real, yes, sir. Yeah.
So it was, and I appreciate guys like you because, like I said, you don't understand how. I don't know if people understand, and maybe that's why I'm where I am now. Music is so powerful, and
it really is.
It really is in so many ways,
If I could just, I'm going to jump forward just a bit. It's almost a surreal tragedy. Some of the music that has been coming out as of late. I really think, and with that being said, I'm not trying to say that everything is horrible and bad, but
we agree with you.
there's nothing with light and uplifting and ascension, fun, not taking yourself so fucking serious, all the time.
Yeah.
And I think that's where this little band from LA, like the Bullet Boys,
yeah, baby,
really are like that. We are, I've been doing this for a minute now, y'all. You know that. So
yeah,
it's like the reason why I do it is because of the fans, family, and friends. I don't do it for myself. Ego is not my amigo, my brothers. That's not my thing.
It doesn't seem like that, man. It doesn't. You seem like. I'm getting such a great vibe from you, man. I feel like you're that kind of person, man. You're just you're like, you're just a down to earth human being that's thankful for what you got at a life, and you continue to give it. Glenn Hughes has become a good friend of ours. He's played here several times.
Amazing.
Glenn's the same way, man. He's just a good human being.
He's a gorgeous human being. I love that man.
Oh, yes. Isn't he amazing, man?
Oh, dude, he's He's known me. We've known each other for a long time since I was really, really young. I used to go see. When I was really young, I used to get into places where I actually shouldn't be in places, and I was always getting thrown out. Fuck off! Get out of here! You're not supposed to be in here. No drinking. I don't drink. I don't care. Get out! It's like, but I was able to hang with some really great, amazing artists that I was very blessed to be around. That I don't talk about very often, but one of them was the great Glenn Hughes.
Yeah.
Especially during the Hughes Thrall days with Pat Thrall, and those albums were just epic for me, man. Like Pat Thrall, as we were chatting about PT, him and Pat Thrall, dude, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
wow.
They made music like no other, man.
Players. Oh yeah, like ridiculous. But no, Glenn, yes, thank you for bringing up. We've known each other a long time. He's known me since I was a kid.
Yeah, he's been on the show. He's been on the show a few times. Like I said, he's played here, Steve, 4 times now?
Yes.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And all congratulations to him in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and everything.
Oh, I know, man.
Well,
the voice. I mean, and it's funny because I wish I had the clip to show you, but when he was here, I remember I was backstage because we're normally up front, but when he was here with the Dead Daisies.
Right.
And
yes.
And I'm backstage sitting next to one of the guitar techs and his monitor world, and he goes off on this like solo like thing, and the monitor guy turns around and he goes, "What the fuck?" And it was just amazing. They're like, "Dude, he's never done that before." And it was just
so rad.
Oh, it was so cool, man.
Oh, dude,
we have it on video, luckily. Yeah.
That is
truly
so
the voice of rock and roll, man. Truly the voice of rock and roll.
Oh no, absolutely. Yeah, no question. Absolutely. Let
me ask you, man. Are you guys You guys got anything new coming out? I noticed. I was looking to see if you had anything, and you did do a remaster came out of Acid Monkey. Anything new coming out?
Yes, we have a box set that's actually going to drop in March.
Oh, nice.
Cleopatra Records. So they're getting ready to do all the party favors and let everybody know. But yeah, really, really excited about that because it's going to be nice. This is a labor of love for the fans to be able to listen to some of the albums possibly that they haven't listened to, you know, to reinvent it, as they say, and listen to some of the stuff that we did that maybe no one has even heard before. So,
Nice.
all love to Brian and Matt and Freddie and everybody at Cleopatra for seeing a vision of something that could be really um, really great for all the fans. But on that note, I am slaving away, y'all, on the new album. There's been some twists and turns, and we'll get to that if you want to chat about it a little bit.
Yeah.
About the cats that are in the band and what we're doing, but we're going to be releasing an album, but we're going to be releasing a single first, and we're really quiet about it because all of our heroes from back in the day never really talked about what they were going to release, or there was
That's
never
true. Yeah.
there was never anything like that. So it's nice to have a bit of mystery, just to, in these crazy times, in this day and age of how we're doing this right now, and everything's so just ultra modern, just to take a step back and just, and I go on live and show people a little bit what we're doing in the studio, but I'm really like kind of 5150 about it, the way Ed was, the way they did things and the way we were taught how to do things, the Warner Brothers way or the Motown way or the and I'm not trying to drop names, but I'm trying to make a visualization of this is a complete labor of love, man. The album is sounding amazing.
Look, man, you drop names, baby. You got the names to drop.
No, I just don't want, it's like so weird sometimes. Like, oh, did you hear Torian? He's out there, blah, blah, blah. It's all about him.
What's funny, man, is I would say this to Steve. I remember back in, I guess it was like 87, 88 when that one album came out. It was just the Bullet Boys with the apple and the bullet going through.
Yes.
I remember, everyone was like, "Oh man, you got to see this band, dude! It's like it's like the new Van Halen." Everyone was like, "Dude, this is like the new Van Halen," and it was like you guys were wild on stage, man.
And I quote this on the great master maestro, Mr. Edward Van Halen, who dubbed us. He goes, you guys, they always compare you guys to us, but you guys are more like the evil Van Halen.
Oh, that's awesome, man. The Bizarro Van Halen.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? I love that man, especially his brother Al. I was very privileged that they took me into their world when I was very, very young, when I met them at the Troubadour, when I was playing in my high school band. And I tell the story quite often, but I have to give them respect because if there was no them, there would be no Bullet Boys and probably be not a lot of other bands.
That's the truth. That's the truth. No, that's the truth. Yep.
So, and a shout out to Alex. I love you with all my heart. Thank you for always being there for us and the band, us crazy, stupid idiots. We're just in the presence of greatness. And thank you for pulling me in as a youngster at about 16 years old to their world. I met Alex and David at the Troubadour on a Sunday night, and we were playing there. Still, like I think I was a junior, probably in high school or whatever, and we shouldn't even been in there, but we got lucky because the Doug, who ran the Troubadour at the time, who owned it, he loved the band and he thought we were great, so he gave us the opportunity to do it. Long story short, that one night, there's two guys in the back hooting and hollering. I mean, like going crazy off the side. Fuck yeah! Oh shit! I'm thinking, man, these guys are just catcalling us. We're fucking sucking up the place, right? And the lights are on, so you can't really see in the back bar, right? So we get up and I go, wow, man, and we had our friends. There was maybe 25, 40 people. I'm being, it was Sunday night. Long story short, we get ready. We're packing up. Manager comes up to us like, hey, David Roth and Alex are back there and they want you to come and have a drink with them.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I'm like, we're not in the age to drink. He goes, I just said, go over there right now. Right? Hey, you guys, come in. My name's David. This is Al. Of course, you know him, and whatever. You guys were great tonight, man. I heard you guys are like from Montebello. He goes, we grew up in Pasadena, man, and
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
and it's Alex's birthday today, so you want to have a little toast? And that was it.
Nice.
That's awesome,
that
man.
was it. Al sat me right down next to him. Goes, come over here. I need to talk to you.
That's awesome.
Al was really hard. That's what I loved about him.
And that's when David was David. He was Diamond David back then, baby.
And David would literally, I mean, these are true stories. This is not no embellishment.
Yeah.
He would pick me up in his skull and crossbones Mercedes at my mom's house at about 3 blocks away from where I'm at right now.
That's awesome,
For me
man.
to come and hang. We go and hang at the Troubadour, and he would sit there and hold court, y'all. And I got to see that when I was very, very young.
Oh,
See,
wow.
that is great, man. See, that's the stories that we love, man. Because, like I said, man, you lived it. Again, you were living. I was on the battlefields, and you were living my fantasy, man. It's like
I was taking the bus or however I had to get from the inner city to Hollywood, but Hollywood to me was more the Troubadour than being on the Sunset Strip. I don't know how to explain that, but it's like I grew up in a real punk rock community here in LA, and I wasn't really accepted in the whole rock and roll thing, the glam thing, and because I don't know, maybe because of my ethnic background or whatever, but it was just a whole different time back then. But the punk rock community took me in with open arms. I one of the first persons that I met on the Sunset Strip, because some guys were jeering at me and stuff, and I'm just some skinny little guy, coming in, whatever, and they were just saying a bunch of shit to me. And this guy comes walking out of nowhere. The true story comes walking there. Hey, man, you want to fuck with him? Fuck with me and fuck with this guy. And I turned around, and it was Lee Ving from Fear.
whoa, yeah. Holy
bro.
shit, man.
And I looked at him, and I go, oh my gosh! And that was like growing up in this area. That was our guys.
Yeah.
Ving, dude, Fear, fuck. Just like, whoa! And I got kind of scared, And he looked at me. He goes, come with us, man. You want to hang out with some real fucking cats? Come with us, man.
Nice.
That's crazy, man. We have
Started
to
hanging out
be
with
around
them.
this same age, man, because
Got to hang out with
Philadelphia was that way, man. Philadelphia
out
was a
with them.
punk rock town.
Yeah, I got to hang out with Lee and Durf Scratch, and he introduced me to all those cats in the punk rock world, and they really liked me. I felt comfortable there. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's like really.
Were you in
different
any?
stuff.
Did you play in any punk rock bands or anything like that back then? Were you fronting any of those any other bands of that nature?
No, not really, not really. My whole how would you say? My background of music is pretty diverse. I have a big jazz background, R&B background. I think you guys know that. I was signed with.
Yep.
I was very, very blessed to be signed with the great Motown Records.
Yep.
When I was young, and did an album with them. And but I do jazz and my hard rock. I was never a real big like metal guy. My metal band was Black Sabbath growing up.
Yes.
Or Priest. That was Ozzy was like, oh man, Sabbath. And stuff. But I was more of like into punk rock music. Yeah, my first backyard party I was ever in, and that's why I wear my flag shirt on stage sometimes. It was my first show at a backyard party. I should never have been there. I was like 12 or 13, and my sister's boyfriend he was supposed to be like watching me that night, but he wanted to go see this band, so he took me to go, like, I think it was Monrovia, and the band I was playing in the backyard was Black Flag.
Wow.
Oh, dude, we're literally talking about bringing Black Flag in. Believe it or not, they're touring. Yeah,
Please, yay!
Well, dude, I grew up. I grew up outside of Philly, and we had a place called South Street. And in the '80s, South Street was very punk rock. Actually, probably my first concert when I was 12 was Flipper. Saw the Circle Jerks back then. All those bands. I was big into punk rock. My first band was called Gutter Junk. We were a punk rock band.
That's so dope. That's so awesome. I love that. But I still am. So
we were big, man.
I think the whole rock thing, and like having that, punk rock hearts are different than I think rock and roll hearts. I know it's going to sound really, it might sound glib to some people, and they'll be like, oh, Mark doesn't know what he's talking about. But it's a feeling. I think the punk rock world is a bit more accepting of everybody.
Mhm.
I agree with that. Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, absolutely.
And I think
Yeah.
that so warms my heart. It just,
Yeah.
sometimes I see, I'm constantly touring all over the place and of course abroad, and people come up to me and they'll give me some rad, but like a Bad Brain shirt or something. And I'll be just like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh. And I'm almost in tears because it means so much to me. They're like, it's just, I don't know. There's just something about it. Of course, I love rock and roll bands and stuff, but there's just something about that community that where I started. So
I'm excited, man. If we can get Black Flag here this year, and we had the Bullet Boys here, we had
dude.
Pat Travers.
Yes.
This is going to be a good year for our place, man.
No, absolutely, man. And I just getting back to I'm sorry for going off the beaten path.
No, that's okay. Do it, brother.
But the new music is just like, man, I just heard we're working on the single right now because we're working on, God willing, we have 4 different people that we're going to be taking it to. And this dude's, it's not like anything that you've heard from a lot of, not putting down anybody, but for any of the rock bands these days, I call it a throwback forward album, which means going back a little bit in time, but bringing it like in a time machine back to right now.
Ooh,
The fun of it, the unabashed, when you listen to somebody and you're married and you go, and the wife goes, you know what? I'm sick of you, Tom, and I'm divorcing you. I'm out of here. Well, what happened? I just listened to the new Bullet Boys single. Fuck you. I'm done. I'm gonna go drink with my girlfriends. Woo!
Yeah. No, dude, I love that. No, but you know what? That's what rock and roll needs, man. You need that.
Listen, we had to get back to the real. I brought Mr. Lonnie. I brought back Mr. Lonnie Vincent. Yay!
I saw that. Yeah. Now is he on this? Tell me about the new album and some of the players that. Now I heard Lonnie's on the new album, right?
Lonnie's on the new album, man.
Yep.
Listen, me and him, we're the founding fathers of the band. We had the mindset when I was driving around in a little green Volkswagen Rabbit, with the bottom of the fucking car practically rusted out of the fucking thing. You could see the road, right? You feeling me, right?
Yeah, baby.
Doing that thing.
His dad lived in a trailer park. We were eating bologna sandwiches, bro. We had nothing. Okay. That's where we started the band. When we were watching MTV, he looked at me, I looked at him, and he looked at me and goes, you can sing better than that. You're better than that. You're better than these guys. And we're going to prove it.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Hell
And I
yeah.
said, what the fuck? He goes, I'm fucking serious, bro. What the fuck are we doing here? We need to this is our time. Let's go get this. Because we were already playing in King Cobra. So Lonnie brought me into King Cobra because the singer went and didn't want to be in the band anymore. And I was telling him, dude, I don't know if I really want to do that because I wasn't a big fan of the band. That wasn't really my thing.
Okay.
Mhm.
But he said, come in and sing, dude, and get paid. And I said, okay, let's go. Let's do it. Carmine's in the band. I said, all right, cool. So we were in that for a while, and I kept on telling him, dude, we got to start a band. I can't be doing this for that long. I love you, and we got to do something else. He goes, no, you're right. So Mick Sueda was ready to leave too. So we were kind of going behind the back and going in this, in and writing these songs and I'm in Lonnie's mom's garage and Mick's apartment, this tiny apartment, and coming up with these rad, just fucking big tunes, man. We knew that we had something, right? And it was that hunger. Now, let's go to present day. Being back with the founding father, I have this hunger of putting out something that is going to be probably one of our best records since the first record. I believe what we're really trying to achieve is musical, bombastic, fun, rad, just something that people hasn't been heard in a minute, man. It's that time right now, man. It really is.
Yeah.
Now, who's if you don't mind me asking, who's producing? You had, because you had Ted Templeman on your first album. You know, you had the producer of producers back then, you know, influencing some of the hair bands like never before, you know.
Ted Templeman was my Phil Jackson and is my Phil Jackson.
Yes, yeah.
I've learned ridiculous. I'm like a sponge. I'm constantly learning. But when I was young, we were very young. I was a complete giant ocean sponge and absorbed all the things. So everything from miking to everything, I have it up in here. So transfer to now, all these years later, I use the same way of recording. The same way.
Nice.
There's a lot of people that use plugins. We're not using plugins. I'm plugging into real amps,
Nice.
real
Nice.
real stuff.
Nice.
And no one's doing that. So you get this feeling, and you know, we're doing some stuff to tape. You know, it's just, and it's a bit more difficult, but the finished thing, it sounds just like this thing that we haven't heard in a while.
Yeah.
And you're going
Oh, man.
because everything's like this right now. I'm trying to.
Oh,
get
absolutely. Yeah.
But we're doing this, and when you do this, then it starts sounding like Thriller. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going, wait a minute, is this thing sounding like I think it's sounding?
Yeah, see, that's what music needs, man. You need to go back to that
not me.
time.
That's why he says, "This sounds like Thriller." He goes,
Yeah, I mean,
we gotta get the surprise back. I said, dude, he passed away. He goes, oh shit, that's right.
Could you imagine? Yeah, but that debut album of yours, I mean, that went up. That was pretty high on the charts, man. I don't know where it ended up, but you went pretty up there.
We don't have any filter. That's our problem. I think that's why people hate us sometimes. I'll be honest with you. We're not playing with those. Fuck those guys. They can fuck off. We're definitely not playing with them. Mark comes in. You can hear his laugh through the whole arena. Everybody knows it's party time. Because I don't take myself very seriously, you guys. I really don't. It just, I want people to have that feeling of the way it was. You know, like we talk about.
Yeah.
If we can bring that feeling in a little bit right now, then we're doing our jobs. My job out here is to make people fucking smile, smile, smile to rock and roll. Let's have fun.
Well,
Let's have some fun. Because we're only on the planet for about this long. You know,
that's true. It's true. You have people right now that are tuning in. They're commenting. We literally get thousands of people a week that watch this show, and a couple of them are they're agreeing with you. Know, the one guy said, Ernest said,
"That's that guy. I don't like him." No, it's just
no. Ernest was saying, the originality in new artists nowadays, is despicable. And he's right. God, man. I mean, like you said, look at the Super Bowl. It's like
Oh my goodness.
We got to get music back, man. We need that rock and roll and going back to your roots of recording with Ted and that same feling. I can't wait to hear this album,
and
man.
That same sound, like we really, when I've done so much writing for this album. It's just I'm completely cuckoo with it. I'm so close to it, but there has to be an album from our genre that people go, these fucking assholes finally did. Yes. I hate these guys, but I like this. But that's what we're trying to bring. We're trying to bring just some, hey man, rock and roll's got to be fun. There's no more Aerosmith. There's no more Van Halen. No. There's no more The Who. There's no more any Led Zeppelin. There's no more the bands. There's our genre, but no one's really trying to do something special. God bless you all, everybody out. I get it. It's not easy, but I don't care when this record comes out, just so long as when I hear it, it sounds like what's in my head. That's all.
Well, I can't wait to hear that, man, because I like what's going on in your head, brother. I can't wait to hear that, man.
We're gonna bring some real from the streets of LA. This album reeks of Los Angeles in a beautiful way, in a Olitas in the summertime smell through the air, type of way. And I think that needs to be shown. The videos are going to be showing a lot of the city, from the beaches to the mountains to the inner city, especially the inner city, because people are very, very resilient. I haven't lived in the inner city, and I moved back to the inner city. My father passed away, may he rest in paradise, from COVID 2.5 years ago,
Oh wow.
and I miss him every single day. My father was an amazing musician. Was a trombonist who played with Frank Sinatra, Stan
Oh
Kenton's
wow.
orchestra. Stan Kenton's orchestra.
I love Stan.
Was a writer,
Wow.
prolific. He was one of the a big administrator for the LA City school districts. Walked with Cesar Chavez, Bobby Kennedy. He was a prolific individual, and I moved back to the properties that we had so I can come and help my mother. And I realized coming back to the inner city and seeing the baleta guys that are working with umbrellas and the ice cream trucks and the talking, the people are there's so many fans here where I grew up that it's like everywhere I go, they're just so kind and it's thank you for coming back and moving here. I know your mom and I'm sorry your dad passed away. So like it's something that labor of love giving back to this city where I grew up, man. It's like and it's in the music. That's what it is, like
Yeah.
I'm going over the song last night and it's almost like a Joe Cuba style Tito Puente Bullet Boys thing called this song called Por Vida. And if this don't make your booties shake and quake, I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, bro. So,
Dude.
I said it to Lonnie. He goes, "Oh, well, we're working on that right now, right?" I said, "No, what's going on?" He goes, "Dude, that are you kidding me?" He goes, "Bro, you are him, bro." I said, "Yeah, I'm him. I'm just working really hard.
Yeah.
I'm trying to come up with the new, y'all. One of the things that I can say about Kendrick Lamar, I know where music is and I know how rock and roll is supposedly 99, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be 99 if you write something and you take the fucking time with it. That's all.
See, the problem though, Mark, is you got artists like him. He wasn't trying to perform. He was trying to, slap somebody in their face to be political, and that's where it gets bad. You give up performing to be political.
I agree.
And then you take the fun out of it. You take the love out of the music.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm walking back in right now. It's getting a little chilly outside, but it is beautiful. The thing with me is. Hold on. I'm so sorry.
That's all right, man.
Everybody always asks me, they say, Mark, someone's always trying to bring me into the political fray. And they say, Mark, what's your views on this? And, I chat with people about it because, of course, my family's been in politics and what have you.
Yeah.
But when they really ask me, do you know what I tell them? I tell them this. You know what my politics are? Rock and roll, baby.
Hell yeah, baby.
That's what I'm here to do.
Hell yeah.
I'm here to bring life, love, and fun and naughtiness out there.
Can you just imagine, Mark? Think about this. You ready? It's next year. The Eagles are in the Super Bowl again, and Bullet Boys are the halftime show.
I'm in. Sign me up. but it was really cool. It was really cool seeing Trumpy come in there and into the Super Bowl. I thought that was really
you know what was crazy? Is who knew he was the first sitting president to go to a Super Bowl? I would have never guessed that.
Blew my mind.
Yeah, me too, man.
I was like, wow, that's intense.
When they cheered him and they booed Taylor Swift, it was the greatest day of my life. So I was good.
Yeah, everybody started getting all happy here too. I was like, oh shit. It's I don't know, man. Sometimes, there's this thing that's happening right now, and I thank God in our country we're actually getting back to a little common sense.
Amen, brother. Amen.
I think it's really needed, and I trust me, I have no political affiliation with any party whatsoever. My party is the good Lord above. That's my party.
Yeah, man. I say it all the time, man. This country needs Jesus, man. Like never before.
Amen,
like never before. Like never before. It really does, man.
Everybody goes, oh, well, you wrote Smooth Up. How was it? Did you do? Wait, hold on. I did write Smooth Up, and yes, I do that. But listen, we're all sinners. We have to repent.
Yep.
Repent. I'll tell people, and I'll quote Mark Wahlberg: "Stay prayed up out there, y'all." That's it.
Yeah. It's the truth,
And
brother.
try
It
it.
really is, man.
You know,
It really is.
I've been sober for many, many years. And not to toot my own horn, I'm not trying to say that, but when I got sober, I felt like I was really straying away from the Lord. And I'd never been like that. I grew up singing in choirs in church, I wasn't a Jesus freak per se and trying to, beat people with the Bible and stuff like that. I'm very accepting human being to everybody, everybody, whatever sexuality, it doesn't matter to me. It matters the
Yeah.
person and the heart that you have. But,
We're there with you, man. Yep.
that's where I'm at. And, but it would be nice. I think, we grew up saying the Lord's Prayer and saying the Pledge of Allegiance in school. I mean, I'm from the
Yeah.
dinosaur days,
Yeah.
but it would be nice to maybe see that, now. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe it would bring a little bit more. I don't know. I think sometimes when you start running and you're running and you're running and everything's great when you're running and there comes a cliff. There's a cliff that comes and you go, I know the cliff's coming there. I know the cliff's coming there. If you're not prepared with a parachute or
That's true.
something that's going to save you, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
feel like that sometimes, like that we all have to help each other. This is a very, very small world. With
when you
our
when you
country
go
and other countries, everybody's got to come to, sit and have a parlay. It's at a parlay table and sit down.
It's-
There's a lot of things
it's
that
the
you're not
truth,
going to
man.
like,
But you know what it is, Mark. I'm gonna be honest with you. What it is, I do another podcast too, where I'm a little more political and stuff. But it's one of those things where what happened when you had back in the '60s and they came up with the separation of church and state, which again is not real. That never really happened. That's not in the Constitution in any way. But you lost morals. You know what I mean? When you took anything to do with the Bible or anything like that out of schools, you lost morals.
Yes.
And if you go back and actually study that, I have this great little book that I read about it, and you go back and study it, and you find out that that all of a sudden in the '60s when all that was happening, it all of a sudden teen pregnancies rose. Things started to rise. All of a sudden, we lost morals. We lost our moral values, and we're not teaching that to kids anymore. And look, in the last 4 years, it got worse than it's ever been.
I believe that we lost our moral compass.
Yes. Yep.
Regardless of faith and religion, irregardless of that,
Yep.
there's being a human being.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's
human
gone.
beings, you have to be try to be the best human being that you possibly can. We're
Yeah.
all frail. We're all failures in some part. But communication is a really big thing. And by me getting older, I've learned a lot of things. Listen, when we got signed and I was 21, 22 years old, I was a loose firecracker. I was swinging for the fences like Muhammad Ali. You couldn't tell me jack squat. I was drinking.
I had those days. Yep.
I was drinking like a fish and snorting like you couldn't believe. Anything to just keep on going to be the party. Okay.
Yeah.
So I there's a lot of things that that I did to myself, but I also came out of it because of my faith. And and that's why I believe that. And I don't really believe, you guys, in organized religion. I think it's a beautiful thing. Everything, whether you're Muslim, Christian, what have you. I think they're beautiful places, but I believe in my heart that He's everywhere, man. Everywhere.
I like that, man. I like that. You couldn't have put it in a better way, Mark. You really couldn't, Nick. You couldn't put it in a better way, man.
I think we get caught up in religion, you guys, sometimes, and it's scary. Because I'm not an argumentative. I'm not an argumentative type of individual. I'd much rather resolve the issue than have an argument.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need people to see my side of things because I would much rather see their side of things first. But I think that's just the way I kind of grew up and the way I roll. I've been attacked a lot on social media for what I was in the past. And I think that I hurt people when I was using drugs and drinking. And I think I've have gone and tried to make amends to that many, many years ago. But I think a lot of people still think I'm that type of individual that's very, oh gosh, narcissistic, um, not worried about anybody else's feelings. That encompasses that
Yeah, but
word.
that's the
But,
that Mark.
but I'm
That's the scene you were in, man. I mean, that
I,
was the hair
I
metal
never have
scene.
been.
You know.
If I was so that, I wouldn't still be doing this. I'm doing
Yeah.
this because I love it. I'm doing this because I love performing. And I'm a performance artist. I'm not just a musical artist. I'm a performing artist. I've always been that way. Um, and there's just more music to be put out there to bring people's spirits to a higher place and to a more fun place. People go, oh, you use that 3-letter word all the time. I say, well, what do you want to do, man? Rock and roll's supposed to be fun. Aerosmith was fun.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
man,
Oh
Van
yeah.
Halen,
Yep.
all
Yep.
these bands that we grew up with, they were all fun. Quiet Riot, the great Kevin DuBrow was one of my mentors. I
Yeah.
still love Quiet Riot. I'll pop them on fucking in my truck and shit. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, we had a Quiet Riot was the band we had here, the first band we had after COVID with
Yep.
Rudy's still with them,
Oh,
of
I love
course.
Rudy.
Yeah,
Love Rudy.
but yeah, they were
So much.
and that was for
Now,
me. It was one of those things.
what a gentleman that guy is. I've known him
Oh,
for so many
another
years.
one, man. Yeah, another one. Yeah, it's true, man.
Such a sweetie.
Yeah, Rudy Sarzo is one of those guys, man. He's just got such a good heart, you know. He really
No,
does.
absolutely. No, he does. So, I don't know how much time I have, but I just wanted to tell everybody out there, thank you for tuning in and thank you so much for inviting me. I'm not a big podcast guy, because sometimes I don't know. I'm good around hundreds and playing for thousands of people, but sometimes, like the inner things, my private life and stuff, I'm not really too good with expanding upon it. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe I'm just a weirdo, but I don't think
Man.
anybody really cares.
No, Mark. I'll be honest with you, man. You're very. We've had a lot of people on this show, and you know who? I don't know if Steve agrees, but you remind me of John Karabi.
Yeah.
You got to really.
Johnny.
No, John's great, man, and you're
He's
just
so real.
You're just a real. That's you, man. You're a real human being, man. And I think you should do more
thank you, brother.
podcasts because
Kudos.
I think more people got to realize, how far you've come and the person you are today. We got one guy. I got to tell you this real quick. We got one guy, and he commented and he said, in 2018 you canceled an hour before a show. He said he traveled far. He took off from work, and he's all pissed off about it still today. He's been pissed since 2018. But you know what? When people get to know you and get to see who you are as a human being, we all got to be forgiving, And
Well,
and Brian, if you're tuned in, man, you come out to the Landis. Your tickets on me. Your tickets on me. Come see Mark and enjoy the show, man. You don't have to worry about paying, brother.
It's so ironic. There's other artists that cancel all the time, but something that happened in 2018, it could have been. I could have been sick. I was, I wasn't really using then at all. So it's not something like I wanted to just. I'm not a dude. Please, and anybody out there that's watching, I am not a diva. Ego is not my amigo.
Oh, I can tell. I can tell.
People that I've got, I purposely thank everybody in every venue that we play, down to the popcorn guy and gal. I've always been, because I'm very grateful that I'm even playing in the fucking place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if, I try to do everything I possibly can. We are not an elitist band that has a lot of people working for us. There's 4 guys. We go out on the road. We kick ass. We do our thing. There's no road managers. There's no techs. There's none of that. We go full punk rock style. So,
that's awesome.
Sometimes people, people get tired, but I really try really hard to always be very ingratiated and very loving to everybody that I meet. And and live things happen. So I don't know what the circumstances were, but we're going to be coming We're coming out.
Yes, and I'm inviting the guy because, like I said, he commented on our Facebook page, the same comment, and he's tuned in now. So, and look, you know what? All I can tell you, Mark, is that's somebody who apparently really wanted to fucking see you, man, and it's somebody who really wanted to see you, man. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Well, look,
Yes,
man,
sir.
we're gonna buy out. We are starting a WMMR in Philadelphia, 93.3. We have partnered with them, and we're doing local shots live here on Thursdays. And we got one of those bands coming up after you here, and we're gonna bring them on real quick. But Mark, look, man, I can't wait to meet you in person, brother.
Oh, me
I really
too,
can't, man.
Man, you guys have been so rad. Thank you for having me. I'm sorry if I got a little bit too wordy and went off the beaten path.
Man, no, you did not, brother. As a matter of fact, that's what we love, man. We love. That's why I said you're very John Corabi, man. I just to tell you how good that is. John Corabi is now a ringtone on my phone because I had to take part of the interview and made it into a ringtone. He's hilarious, man.
Listen, just a shout out real quick, if I can give a couple shout outs.
Go for it.
I want to shout out to my brother Lonnie Vincent. I love you. Freddie, I love you. Jake, I love you. I haven't even been able to talk about Freddie or Jake real quick. Fred's one of the greatest drummer I've worked with. He's the biggest heart, has the biggest heart as a musician, amazing individual. His story coming from Peru to being here in the United States is like a movie. It's ridiculous. Jake Fawn, he's such a beautiful man and such a heart, and is a true savant musician, and will give the shirt off his back. And I love people with that kind of heart, that they're not in it to be this, rock star thing. And I hate that whole terminology, but he's in it to really win it, to show his musical prowess. He's very grateful, very humble, and a lot of fun to be around. So I want to send out a shout to the guys. I love you guys so dearly. And to all the fans that have been around, all the people that have been spreading a lot of love and everything. Thank you so much. And really thank you also to the haters, because it really makes me keep punching, man. Really
Hell yeah, brother.
Keep on doing what I'm trying to do, and, live your dreams out there, baby, because, we don't have that much time around it these days. Who knows what's going to happen, So
that's true, man.
And be looking forward to a new album. God willing, we're dropping it this year for sure.
Well, look, brother, we are going to see you Saturday night live here at the Landis Theater, baby. Bullet Boys, February 15th. Show starts at 8 p.m. Doors open at 7. Dude, I can't even tell you, brother. We are looking so forward to this show, man. All I can tell you is, look, safe travels getting here. God bless you, brother. And
thank you so much. God bless y'all too, man.
Absolutely, brother. We will see you on Saturday, baby.
We're getting ready to get this party started. Get your drinking stomachs ready. Make sure make sure you're not driving though. Get your Uber and Lyft.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Because when the Bullet Boys come rolling into town, you never know what the hell's going to go down. You know that.
Yeah, well, you're going to have fun here. We have a little bit of a different place, man. We have probably some of the best sound in the area. And we have we're like the mini sphere. We have like a surround video. It's pretty cool, man. You're gonna have a good time, brother.
I'm so looking forward to it, and it's been a minute, y'all. So I'm really looking forward to it. I love all y'all. And last thing, one more shout out. I haven't seen him in a minute, but if you could please get my brother, the great Jesse Hughes from the Eagles of Death Metal, on your show.
I would love that, man. Love that.
Man, I love him. He's a true patriot, and it would be he would be fascinated with him on the show. I love to Jesse. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Thank you, Mark. Hey, safe travels, brother.
Okay, bye, you guys. Thank you for having me. Stay blessed.
God bless,
out there,
brother.
man.
You too, brother. You too.
Take care.
Oh man, a true rock and roll, an icon, to me, man. Like I said, and the Bullet Boys were one of those bands, man, and they just transcended decades of music. So, and having them, in Vineland, New Jersey, who knew, who knew we're gonna have all this rock and roll in one city, you know what I mean? It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. It's gonna be a good show, Steve.
Trying to bring South Jersey back to life here, so that's I'm excited, man. That was another one. Look at that.
Yeah. That was very Corabi-esque, man.
Yeah. It's funny, they're whoever it was that I was talking to, Ken. he was like, yeah, he'll be on, from like 7:15 to 7:30. This, that, and these guys, they'll just stay on and talk. It's the greatest thing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he was he.
it's a good.
I think we're gonna have one of those nice times, man, when he gets here. So
Yes. And I'll tell you what, I mean, look, hey, we've had a nice string going pretty strong with bands like this, man, where they come in, these are the guys, man, it's the fucking Bullet Boys, and then they end up just having the time of their lives here. So it's a testament to us,
it's true. It's true.
To anyone else, that's
it's true.
You
got that? Can you throw that promo up one more time for everyone?
Yeah, hell yeah. Do you want the picture or the video?
No, that video one you made, that was fucking cool, man. Yeah.
From the infamous
Smooth up in ya. Hell yeah, baby.
Did you see Desker's comment about that, by the way?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I'll bring it up. Here we go.
I do love Steve.
I apologize to your drummer via
Skype.
What was he doing on Skype with their drummer? What? That man's insane. That man is insane. But yeah, actually, Rob was saying that our ad for the local shots was running today on
Yes.
Memoir.
Yes. A few people texted me, said they heard it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. And it actually mentioned Desco in there. It mentions next week's shows as well. Yeah. Yep.
There we go. Sweet. But yeah, let me I'll throw that promo up again real quick. Here we go.
Nice. And again, for those of you tuning in and don't understand why, Steve is there because he is in quarantine, and I do not want him near me because he's sick, and I'm tired of being fucking sick, man. I'm done with that shit, man. I'm done. Dude, I'm sucking down blue shit. I'm doing whatever I can to stay good, man. I'm not even kidding you. I was thinking of going to get me a bottle of chlorine bleach, man. I heard that shit works too, man. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Real quick, man, we got a couple other bros to bring on, but let's give a little shout out to our sponsors, of course. We got The Voice. I don't know if you got that up and ready. Our local newspaper, The Vineland Voice, of course. It is $40 a year, 52 weeks for $40. Not a bad deal, man. It's weekly, comes out every Thursday. You call 609-704-1939 to subscribe. And every week, as you notice on the bottom of that little picture, you will see what's coming up at the Landis. We're going to be doing some stories about the bands also that are coming up for the WMMR local shots at the Landis. Also, I want to try and see if I can get him to interview our host of that as well, who's going to be on tonight too, DD Star, the one and only Dylan Graff. He's probably got his
back there.
He's got his little tapestry behind him, probably like oh.
He's prepared. I see him smiling.
But and the one and only Michael Kelly Guitars, michaelkellyguitars.com. If you're looking for, dude, let me tell you, if you're looking for the next iteration of electric guitars and you're looking for a great guitar, michaelkellyguitars.com has the guitar for you. And I have it hanging on my wall. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab it. It's not tuned.
Oh boy.
Oh no, it is strung. Oh Lord, I dropped my headphones. It's strung, but it's not tuned yet. But here it is. The Michael Kelly is back in the mandolin business where they started. This is one of the brands. As you see, the strings are on now. I just got to cut them off and tune it. I just got poked in the fucking eye by one of them. But yeah, man, they are back, and this baby is pretty. So this is the prototype. Of course, it's got a built-in tuner in this sucker too, baby. Yeah, this is sweet, man. This is an electric baby. I cannot wait to get this thing tuned up and start playing her, man. This is gonna be nice, but but it's literally one. Oh, it's so bad. It's so out of tune right now. But it's gorgeous, man. It's lightweight. It's beautiful. The wood is really nice. The inlays are gorgeous. Like all their guitars, it's real comfortable to hold. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. I like I said, I got to get her tuned up, and then and I totally forgot I had the built-in tuner, man. That is so cool, man. Isn't that cool? But yeah, they are back in the mandolin business. This is one of the prototypes. So I don't know if they're available yet online, but they will be soon. But of course, they sent us one so we could play her and try her out. But like I said, I got it strung. I'm gonna lose an eyeball here.
There's string
But-
stabbing in your face right there. Holy shit!
But yeah, once I get it tuned up, man, we'll bring it on and give her a shot. So, but yeah, man. So MichaelKellyGuitars.com. If you're looking for a mandolin, man, go for it. Go for it, man. The Super Bowl. Casey, hey, what's going on, girlfriend? We got our Super Bowl hats on. Wait till next week when our gray hats come in that say Super Bowl champs. Super Bowl champs, baby. This is dude. I do love this logo, man. Come on, tell me that's not one of the coolest logos.
Can't beat it.
A really good Super Bowl logo, man. And you know what makes it
a win right there.
You know what makes it better is the fucking Eagles won it, baby.
Yes, bird.
Won it. Steve Desco says, "Hey, Case." Yeah, man. He said, "Get some safety glasses. I need them, man." Yeah, look, man. We got some guys in the woods back there. There you go. You should have the mandolin. I think, dude, I literally poked myself
in here, man.
Poked myself right in the fucking eye with that thing, man.
And you got the glasses on.
I know, man. It went right around them. It doesn't care about glasses. But look, man, we got a couple dudes on, man. Let's bring our host on first, man. Our host with the most. I don't know. Do you have a thing for the local shots yet?
I do, but we'll bring Dylan on first, and then when we bring Devin on, since it's kind of about his band.
Yeah, this is true.
So let's
yeah,
in the one, the only DD Star.
So guys,
what the hell, buddy? What's going on? Oh man, we went from Mark to you, man. What happened?
What you guys doing?
Dude, I'm doing good, man. I'm just excited that the tapestry is back there. That's all that matters to me, baby.
Got it?
How you doing, brother?
Good, man. It's cold.
It cold? Yeah, it is, man. What's the snow's coming down out there, man?
Covered. Crazy.
Look, I got to ask you. So you are going to be the host of local shots at the Landis, man. Of course, it's going to be in the upstairs venue every Thursday. Commercials are running right now on 93.3 WMMR. Our partners in this venture going forward. And dude, I'm glad to have you, man. I think you were once when were you a local shot artist? Was that was a few years ago?
Yeah, I think it was 2020.
Oh, nice. So it's been a few years, and that was with Zenora, correct?
Yeah. It was when our the second record came out.
Nice. Now you're touring with Wild Street, dude. I love this band you're with right now, man. Dude, that was a fucking dude. When you guys played, man, that was a show, man. That was a show. And Steve and I even said, man, because you opened up for Mother's something. I forget. What was the name of that band, Steve?
Holy Mother.
Holy Mother, and it should have been switched, man, because you guys put on a show, man. That was a rock show, brother.
Yeah, it's funny, man. When I joined that band, we all met for the first time at the airport and drove straight to the first show. So there was no band rehearsal or nothing together. So we just started playing right off the jump with that. By the time we got to the Landis, I think we went, man, I don't know how many shows it's been, probably like 50 or 60 since we started till then. So
wow,
we had the whole live show totally.
Well, it's funny because we were just talking, Mark of the Bullet Boys, and we were talking about how music just it's not the same anymore. The recording artists and people aren't rocking out like they did back in the '80s. When they put out their debut album, and of course, they had Ted Templeton. They had probably one of the best, hair metal producers of all times. But it's one of those guys. It's just nobody's putting that music out anymore. But Wild Street is one of those bands, man. When you listen to you guys,
lost him.
Oh no, he'll be back in a second. This is our
internet, Steven.
Yeah, there he is.
I don't know what's going on, man. We're only paying a ton of money for freaking for internet, man, and it just goes in. I think it's the snow, to be honest with you. I'm gonna blame it on the fucking snow.
You can have, we have Verizon Fios, so it's gig speed fucking internet here.
Yeah.
The most lightning fast ultimate thing, and I'll tell you, it's just streaming. It'll humble you.
I don't know what the fuck gig speed, schmig speed, trig speed. All I know is we're saving trillions with Elon. That's all I know.
Yeah, somehow still not fast enough. So
Excellent. Well, look, man. So now remember, so that's 93.3 WMMR and the Landis are partnering up, and we're bringing local shots to Vineland, New Jersey. Okay, there it is. There's the logo live at the Landis Logo Shots. Thank you, Rob. Man, Rob came up with that beautiful logo. So that's the Landis Theater in 93.3 WMMR, Philadelphia. We're getting together every Thursday. This first Thursday is the first show. Hopefully it won't fucking snow. But we have we only have one band, so eventually we're going to have a couple bands. You know, we're working on that right now with you know, everybody knows Ellen locally here. She's booking for us, putting bands together for us, and the hopes are, you know, we got the one and only Dee Dee Star, who can really fucking knock it out of the park. Can, you know, not only host the show, but dude, you can throw an acoustic bit. You know, at least, you know, do at least one song to open it up every night. On Thursday nights. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, man.
I'm super excited to be a part of this. It's awesome.
Yeah, well, and the idea behind it, you know, when I originally spoke to Trish over at WMMR, you know, the idea was, you know, she's been doing the local shots thing since the 80s, man. She's been around forever. She's been heading this up at MMR. And what they really wanted to do was, like, get bands out supporting bands again. And they figured Thursday night's a good night because a lot of bands don't have gigs on Thursdays. You can come out, you can support each other, and, you know, you could be the next band up in the next week or two, you know, or even one of the opening bands for the headliner, you know, the Thursday night headliner. So I think it's really cool. And you being a local shot, you know, artist from back in the day, I think it's kind of cool having you host it and your family here, you know.
Rock and roll, man. Yeah, I'm super excited to be hosting the 93.3 WMMR local shots at Landis. It's fucking awesome, dude.
Isn't it cool, man? It's going to be cool. We're glad to have you, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm happy to be there. Happy to be here.
So what we did is, you know, we got a lot of bands that we love. You know that, man. And and we really wanted one of our favorite bands to be one of the ones that opened up the show. And, you know, we kind of had like maybe 3 or 4 bands in the hat. And it's one of those things where it's like, who do you choose? Who do you go? So we basically threw it out there, and the first ones that answered and said they were available got the shot. And
oh, jeez, it's killing me, man. Usually it's me that's fucking
Fios, man. Fuck Fios, man. I'm gonna kick Verizon right in their balls.
The greatest part is I'm fine. I mean, I'm still here.
Yeah, and we got fucking a guy from LA. We just left Mark from LA. Didn't have a problem, man. We're talking locally in a building, and we can't like it. But do you want to bring Devin on? Is he there?
Yeah, he is here. He is here. I see him. I'll do this promo first, and then we'll bring him in.
Oh, let's do it. Oh, Steve's got a promo for it. Uh-oh, here we go.
Comes in.
This should be interesting.
I might have to change the layout. I don't know how this will look with 4 people, so we'll see. But here we go.
Many people waiting at the front door, screaming, let me in, you know I want me one more. Pretty to say we said what the only mama. It's the right place for our wrong store. Yeah.
Nice. There he is. What's going on, Dev?
I'm absolutely excellent, right? How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, bro. Good to see your face, buddy.
Come on, man. I'm just excited.
Uh-oh. I didn't hear a word he said. Is that Fio, Steve, or is that Devin?
No, hold on. I think, you know what I think it is? I keep adjusting your guys' mic volume.
Devin, do you have Fios?
No, he has Frozos.
Oh, shit. He is
You're
silent.
frozen. You're silent now, Dev.
See, mute, unmute. Nothing?
Yeah, do you know sign language? Yeah. There you go. Nice. Yeah. No, Jasper's good. The other way. Up. Thumbs up for... Yeah, there you go.
I still don't know how people end up with that stuff on their screen, dude.
No, I don't know. I don't know. Somebody likes it. No, I can't hear a word you're saying, man.
Try that again.
I heard you for a second.
Let me leave and come back.
No, wait, there you are. No, keep talking.
I'm gonna stay right here.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
All right. Anyways,
What's going
So
on,
that's
buddy?
what I'm saying. I'm super excited. The band's super excited. We were at practice yesterday, busting butt. The set sounds phenomenal, and it's songs y'all ain't hear yet, so I'm very excited for them.
Oh, well, we're excited, man. This is what, man. How many times have you played now? This year, you played like what, 4 or 5
Well,
times?
I'll tell you what, our home base is definitely the Landis. That's all I gotta say. I love you. Like we love that place so much. I feel like I'm breaking
Oh,
up.
dude, yeah. Look, we love having you, man. You know that.
Well, look, dude. So when we played at Casey or 8:30 East the first time, when we played at 8:30, we
Yeah, we call it 830 East, formerly known as Casey Ray's. Yes.
what you yeah, the cooler version now, 8:30 East. Listen, when we
It's
played
the
there, right,
club
for the first
version.
time for the Battle of the Bands, I was not expecting the community that you had already built out there. And then on top of that, you guys like gave us a perfect, clear portrait to paint on to show you exactly who we were. And I think that's if I can talk to other bands, it's to grab at that opportunity, man. Like to
Yeah.
find an opportunity to be you effortlessly in a stage setting. Yeah, that's the most powerful thing you've given us, Ray.
Yeah, let me tell you, man, that's all we want, and that's kind of what the idea is, you know. And again, partnering with WMMR, that's the idea is to get bands back out supporting bands and give these bands an opportunity. Like I said, like right now, you know, you at least got your name is out there on, you know, in front of millions of people on WMMR right now. You're on commercials, you're on their website, you know what I mean? You're in a commercial with the Bullet Boys and Steven Desco's Night of Metal. So I mean,
Dude, you don't understand. It's very surreal. You hit us up, man, and I didn't even ask the boys. I said, "Y'all busy on Thursday?" It was like, "No, we're doing this, man."
yeah,
So
man,
trust,
yeah.
I'm very excited. Everyone's very excited. But we had to move some work schedules around. But trust me, that wasn't even a question. That was yep. Let's make this happen.
Hell yes.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. And like I said, there's no better bands. You know, like I said, we tossed it out there. Whoever got you got back first, and I waited for you. Remember, I
Ray,
told you. I
love
said
man.
I said I'll give you the end of the day, man. If not, somebody else is already in the wings.
That you don't
So,
understand.
yep.
They weren't hitting back. I was waiting and waiting, and at some point, I literally just texted them both. I said, "You're doing it." I'm like, I'm not sitting here missing an opportunity because you're not wanting to answer your phone, man. But no, they're so we just all work very like can't be on our phone type jobs. So I understand.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the way every job should be, especially here with the friggin' my bartenders, man. Get off your
I don't even
fucking
want to tell
phones,
y'all
man.
where I work. I don't even want to tell y'all where I work.
Oh, dude, don't tell me it's like fucking Starbucks, man.
It's Verizon.
Hey,
No, well,
Yes.
fuck them people, man. Dude, the good thing is, as soon as you get here, the first thing we're gonna do is kick you in your balls.
No, I don't do internet. I don't do internet. Okay, I don't do the internet. That ain't me.
That's great.
Boom, right in the balls.
Man, I thought that was you guys were talking about it. I'm over here sweating like, oh, this isn't
Yeah.
good.
Nah, man, we got like that. They ran the fiber optic into the building and all that shit, and we're like, dude, we'll never have a problem again. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
I get that from every customer, Ray.
Don't tell me
I
that,
hate
man.
Job. Look, if anyone's listening, work with Ray so you can get out of your fucking day jobs, man. Go play. Go do what you love. I can't tell you how many times I leave a show and I wake up on Monday and I'm like, damn, I gotta go to work.
Yeah, man. Or you go, damn, I got FiOS.
No. See, I work for FiOS, okay? A little different.
That's all right, man. I forgive you for that. But look, man, the cool thing about this is, you know, we have a lot of bands that have excuse me, I'm still getting. That's why Steve is in the other room, because I don't want to. Dude, I'm 6 weeks. The cough is still there. I'm trying to get rid of it. Whatever's going around is bad, man. You get it, you got it for good, man.
Every year.
But he's still in that contagious stage, and I don't want to be near him. So, but
Come on, man.
But the
Come on,
cool-
Steve.
the cool thing is we're getting a lot of like the bands that we really love for the first few weeks, you know, to kind of headline, and then of course, you know, we got bands that are already coming at us, you know, from WMMR and stuff, that because the commercial does say, you know, to get a hold of us if you want to play. So we're getting, you know, a lot of new bands, but we want to give, you know, the bands that we love, you know, you guys, of course, you know, that we're going to bring the Goodbyes in because, of course, the Goodbyes did win our a Battle of the Bands last year. Bands like Whiskey Grin that we love, Age of War. You know, we really want to give, you know, some of these bands that have been around and they've been around for a while and we really love. And of course, Dylan being part of the family as the host, we love Sonora. I'm more of a Wild Street fan. I'm not gonna lie. I love this band he's with now, man. I think they're what rock and roll needs to be again. Because I think rock and roll is losing its flavor, just like Mark from the Bullet Boys was saying a little bit ago, man. It's like one of those things where it's like rock and roll. It's just not what it is anymore.
If I can give an outlook from like my perspective, I mean, I come from a new version of rock and roll where I'm coming.
Yeah, that sucks.
Well, look, let me say this. What I can say is this one thing here. I've never seen, because I used to be a producer for a lot of people in hip hop, and when I'd go out to shows, it's like, man, if you weren't brother or sister, you weren't buying that ticket. But I've never seen bands come out for like that's what you guys were saying. You guys have developed a community where it's a family. And I don't think I've seen that anywhere else. Like you go to Philly, everyone's kind of up their own butts about stuff. You go over into like New York and it's like really tight-knit community up in New York. And then you have like Vineland, New Jersey. First of all, Ray, you're a genius because Jersey ain't have nothing. So you are literally creating
no. Back in the day we did. Back in the day we did, man. When I was growing up, we did. There were music spots, the Pennant, all these. Steve could tell you there was like countless clubs, countless places to play, man. There's just nothing.
Right up the street.
Yeah, that's right, man. There's just nothing anymore.
Yeah, it's all AC and cover gigs, and I want to write my
yep. But this is about original music, man. That's literally what it's about now. Yep, and that's and again, you guys actually do, man. You guys kind of rock. So it's one of those. But there's a lot of bands out there, like Mark was saying, the ones that are getting deals and they're getting out there and getting heard, and they're trying to sound like Led Zeppelin and then saying they don't sound like Led Zeppelin, or exactly who I'm talking about, and they act like they're the next big thing, and it's like, dude, I can't tell you. I don't even know the last like band. What was it? Crowbot. Remember them? They were pretty good coming out rock and roll.
I'll say this: Sleep Token is a band that I'm really into, but when I listen to them, they're more of an act. Like if you went to see them live, they're putting on an act. Like they're putting on a whole performance. Where like you come to see us, or you come to see Wild Street, or you come to see Bullet Boys, you're seeing that's what these guys fucking do. That guy's meant to do this shit, and that's what I'm seeing more and more of. And I'm also seeing people stand by each other when real recognizes real.
Yeah, and that's the difference, man. You're getting some rock and roll, like again, we got the kids. There's Age of War, man. They're a band that's really out there doing rock and roll again, and doing it good, doing it really good. Sonora, Dylan's been writing, new stuff for Sonora, and we've heard it, and it's fucking phenomenal, man.
I've been peeping that Instagram.
Playing,
I can't wait to hear when you finally put an album out.
So if I can give some Jasper's updates, because I know you've been asking.
Go for it.
We had a whole studio ordeal happen where our producer / engineer, Tyler Romeo, had a 3-foot flood in the studio.
Oh.
So we got moved back. But because of that, we now have 25 songs written. So if any Jasper's fans are listening, it's choose the songs and get them done. So if anyone's excited, within the next year, this album will be done.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Video, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's taken a long time. It's definitely taken longer than we wanted, but the only thing that I've learned in this journey is just let it happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting the energy into it, it'll happen. If there's some stuff that gets in the way, if anyone's still working on their projects and they're soon, let it happen. It's going to happen.
Well, this is what I try to tell people, man. And it's like, if you listen to the interview with Mark a little while ago, Mark was in a club, and David Lee Roth and Alex Van Halen were hanging out, and they said, "Dude, you're fucking sick." And then they became that's what you need. You need to be around musicians that have made it. And again, we give you that opportunity by just having people like the Bullet Boys play here, and we try to give opening bands the chance to open up for them. So then, they're backstage with these guys who were legends and hung out with legends, and it gives you a chance to at least be heard. And now you're heard on WMMR, millions of listeners on WMMR, it's one of those. Well, you know what? It's but that's why we do what we do, man. I'm going to tell you, Steve, are we doing this for money?
Hell no.
Fuck no. We don't make shit, man. We sit here and scrape and claw month to month just to pay the bills, man. The country's gone to shit over the last 3 or 4 years, and the economy sucks. Hopefully, I was watching Elon today, and he's a very smart dude, man. He's got about $1 trillion to cut out of a budget. You know what that's going to do? That's going to drop your interest rates. It's going to finally drop food. Things are going to start to get better, and that's what you got to hope for. And then maybe people, we just keep doing this, and maybe at some point people will be able to have that $20 to go out and see a show. Because people didn't stop loving music. They just can't fucking afford it, man. And no matter how cheap you make it, the problem is you can sit here and say, oh, I'll give you a $20 ticket all day long, but then electricity goes up. And every other thing goes up, and you're like, well, I can't make it on a $20 ticket. What do I do?
Yeah.
It's a tough gig, man. It's a tough gig all around, but we love music, man. And like I said, I grew up in bands. I was one of those guys, Steve grew up in bands. We grew up around music. That's why we love and respect people, like you. And of course, Dylan has become family to us because that's what it's about, man. It's literally, it's about giving bands a chance. Like Steve would tell you, like we had back in the day, man.
Actually, it's funny because now I'm here on my own computer, so I was able to find the last show that I ever played, and it's kind of funny. Here's the flyer from it, and look where it was.
Fuel House
and Landis.
Yeah.
Look at that, man.
Jersey. Yep. So yeah, I mean, there used to be a huge scene down here. We had. Fuel House was kind of right up the street from where we are now. I mean, that's 2 blocks away. And then another 2 blocks down the street was Hangar 84. I mean, we had national bands come through there, and it would be a bill with, 5 other bands on it, like you saw there. I mean, we were, second from the bottom on that one. But it's, it's something that we had down here. And that's kind of my drive is that, for the longest time, nobody had that shit. And that was Fuel House. I mean, that was literally a coffee shop basically that would have gigs, and that was probably the tiniest stage I've ever played on, but it was a place to play, and to
I mean, I can
here
say,
and,
just to give you guys the credit, and I've done it enough, but I'm going to do it again. There has not been a resurgence, especially in New Jersey, like you guys are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm seeing it from the outside. I'm a youngin, I'm not. You guys have been doing it, all right. So you guys know way more about that than I do, but at least from someone outside looking in, I'm watching a fire go from a spark to a small burn, and now it's a roaring flame. Dude, you guys.
Well, like I said, having
biggest inspiration to Dev and the Jaspers that we've had so far. Please,
having WMMR in the house has really changed it too, because that gives it just gives us a voice out there, so people know. And the idea is though, if you don't bring people, if bands don't come out and support bands, it's just not going to work, And eventually we're going to say, hey, look, we tried, we did our best. Here's DJ, Jazzy Jeff again, and hope you want to come out and dance, We're doing our best, we're doing our best, but it's tough, man. If the bands don't come out and the people don't support, it's just, again, you got to pay the bills, man,
Yeah. As someone who won, I mean, us, with the jazz, me, Boasty, and Dylan, we're there till the end of the gig, no matter if we opened or if we headlined.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because we're there because I want to know the other bands. I want to meet people. I want to shake hands. And I think the biggest lesson I can give is someone who is starting out to us, still starting out, shake hands. Shake hands with people.
Yeah,
Just
man.
like Ray and Steve have done with WMMR, why can't you do it? I mean, I'm the type of person where I always say, like, let me prove myself. Actions are louder than words. So I even just in my perspective, put the work in, told myself, you know what, we're going to effing open up for WMMR, and somehow the universe answered back. I think if more people lived on that and just understood that actions plus intentions get you places.
It does, man.
You guys inspire the shit out of me. Absolutely.
And that's one of those things, man. That's one of the reasons, we brought you back to begin with. You were one of the people that, you guys hung out at the table and watched every band play that time you were here, And that, again, that's respect, man. That's respect for musicians and respect for other bands, And that's all we're asking, because like I said, we got to pay the bills, and we're putting the money out there. We're putting the advertising out there. We're doing, WMMR's they're not doing it all for free. We're partnering, but we still got to pay. But it's just not as much as usual because we're doing the local shots. But we're also trying to push the theater because the theater needs a push, man. When you have a band, when you have a rock and roll legend like Pat Travers, right? And then you have, Jaco Pastorius's nephew, David, who can destroy a bass like no one I've seen in years on a stage, and you're not even selling half the house. That's fucked up, man.
I mean, you guys
and you're
had
not
Deep
selling
Purple out there a
tickets,
couple weeks ago. That, what's his face? Oh, shoot, can't remember his name now.
Dude, we have great rock again this weekend. You had the fucking Bullet Boys, man.
Yeah,
they were again when Bullet Boys came out. They were touted as the next Van Halen, and it was funny because Mark said, yeah, he said that Eddie Van Halen them used to call them the Bizarro. They were the evil Van Halen.
That's pretty good actually.
Yeah, but it's funny, because that's music used to be like that because the bands used to all hang out, man. Van Halen would go out and see local bands, they would go do that. But where do you do that, And now we're trying to bring it back as best we can and in any way we can, man. And you guys are headlining our first show with local shots here at the Landis, and we're excited to have you guys, man. We really are, man.
I can't believe it's happening. Hell yeah. Hey, listen, hit us up on Instagram, Jasper's Official.
Yes. Hell yes.
We're
Yeah,
gonna be
I'm
posting some
super
stuff up,
excited.
going live on Wednesday to practice before the show. So if anyone's trying to come chat and hang out, come let us know. Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dude, if you got a second, you want to play something real quick for us?
I've been holding it, man.
Well, look, hopefully,
So-
fucking Verizon will hold on for us.
Come on, man. I only work for him. Hey, this is gonna be one. I don't know if we'll play this one at the show. We are definitely playing the other one. But this one will be more of like a calls back up type situation. This is our second release. This is called Wrong Floor.
Let's put him up, Steve.
Bullet 6 feet, 150 pounds. Only takes a bullet to penetrate the sound. It seems that I am the only one around. I ain't lost, but never been found. I got a million people waiting out the front door, screaming, let me in, no one want more. We just say we only want more. It's the right place, we're on the wrong floor. Yeah. Well, break bread, tell me got lies, I'm spreading it over in my head. 150 times in me mind, I guess, say it's all lies. You've been doing this so Friday, but you don't even mind. I got a million people waiting at the front door, screaming at me, and only one more. Preachers say we're sinners, say we only want more. It's the right place, but we're on the wrong floor. I think I'll end it right here, Ray.
Got some soul, baby.
Come see us on Thursday. You'll be missing out if you don't listen.
Yeah, dude, it's got some soul there, man. There's a little soul in that music, brother.
I'm an electric player. Y'all made me bring the acoustic out. Hey.
Look, man, all I can tell you is we're excited to see it. And again, having Dylan in the house, man, for me, it just that's kind of the icing on the cake, man. Dylan and I had talked about this a few months ago, and we've just been waiting for it to happen. And it's one of those things, when you're working with a big radio station, they had the Camp Out for Hunger going on. Steve and Andy went down there to see everybody. It's a lot, So we had to wait, and then of course you had Christmas, and then you had New Year's, and then you had this, and every time you turn around, it's another freaking holiday,
It's another one of these, Ray.
Yeah. So we're finally we're finally here. We're finally it's at and again, we got DD Stars, our host, and of course we got the Jaspers in the house as the first headline band for our new local shots at the Landis with our partners in WMMR. Man, it's pretty fucking cool when you think about it, man.
I can't believe it. I'm talking to you.
It's pretty
I'm
cool.
on the podcast. It's not gonna hit me till I'm like backstage Landis. I'm like, oh God, it's happening. So hey,
I'm surprised. Dylan, you don't have a guitar with you, man?
Yeah, I got one right next to me. I'm in the studio.
looking at it. He's
See,
like,
Dude, I gotta ask you, man. Remember that one tune that you played for us not long ago? You were in the studio. It had that. It had a feel. Like who did it? I remember when I heard it, I said it sounded like Poison. Maybe had that feel.
I can't remember off the top of my head what one it was. It was probably one of the new ones.
Yeah, it was one of your new ones, man. It sounded real good, man. If you don't mind, we got a couple minutes, man. I'd love to let you throw one in there.
Yeah. Let me grab my guitar. Give me a second.
Yeah, just don't show your ass when you stand up. No one wants to see that. There you go.
I just realized we never
very strategically moved away
never
from the
actually
camera
put up
there.
anything from the old from the Camp Out for Hunger.
There it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, the Camp Out for Hunger. Look at that. The Eagles gear on, baby.
I knew it was.
90
Is that Andy?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that
Andy has.
motherfucker. I called him at like 8:00 in the morning that morning. And was like, "Hey man, Ray's sick.
Yeah, I was sick as a dog. I was supposed to go. I couldn't go, man. That's what I tell you, man. I've been sick.
He had
I went
no
to high school with
clue.
Andy.
Yeah,
I didn't
hell
know
yeah.
that. He hit me with that like after we did the Battle of the Bands. I went, "Why do you look so familiar?" I was like, I did not understand it, but that's funny, man.
Yeah, we're all a bunch of good Woodstown boys, you know.
I
so,
know.
We
Hey,
like to keep bringing them on in.
I don't want to take Dylan's time. Come on, man. I want to hear this.
All right. Well,
Let's see what you got, brother. With that tapestry, baby. I love that tapestry, man.
Green Rain, I can't see too good right now. All right. This one's called Growing Up. Don't try and fight it. Can you take it from me? I feel so uninvited. Can you cure my disease? I wanna give what I give to you, like I see in my dreams. Maybe I'll keep writing songs in the distance, hoping that you can feel my love from afar. I better start singing to the vicious, pause and hit my vice. Since you've been gone, I've been growing up, back on my feet again. I can't get enough. I wanna feel your loving when I'm growing up. Rock and roll.
Hell yes.
Yeah, dude.
Nice, baby.
Not planning on that. So.
You're gonna have to teach me that one.
No,
bro.
that was nice, dude. No, man, you're one of those guys, man. You can hit it off the cuff like that. We appreciate that about you, brother.
Yeah, I can't wait for. I'll probably play some of the new stuff when I'm out there this Thursday.
Hell yeah,
Let's
man.
go.
That's what I said, man. That's the idea, especially for this week, man. You host it, come out and throw a song up, man. Let the band play. Let them take a break. Hit a couple of your tunes. Let the band come out, do another set, and make a night out of it, man. Like I said, and we just gotta, we're gonna keep pumping, trying to get some people out because I think it's one of those things where we got to get people, out to experience it and start it. You got to jumpstart shit, man.
For
And
this is definitely way different than anything you guys have done in the past. Like, I remember when first time I ever played your venue. We showed up the day of the show. We got called in for a thing, and then we wound up meeting you. And you said you want to have a quiet riot, and it was just like from that to then. Now you guys are connected to the radio station. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, big difference. You know what I mean? So hopefully
yeah.
the fans will start coming out again.
Dude, you opened up for Quiet Riot though, man. Come
That's
on.
Insane.
Come on, feel the noise.
Where we've come from like there to now. We know we went on tour across the country, and I've been
Yeah,
to Europe since then, and now it's all coming back, and it's
yeah.
purpose,
Dylan, not
and
to interrupt, but to add, man, like to meet you doing an event for Ray at not even Landis, but 8:30 East, to see that you were in a national. I feel like I'm right where you were at, but like you, I feel like I'm at that point that I'm seeing good things happen. Let's just put it there. I don't know where I'm at right
Yeah.
now, but to be in this conversation, I know I'm doing the right things.
You could definitely tour Mexico, man.
take you far, man.
What is it? Nah, I got it wrong. Tune in. There you go. A little bit of that one. Hey.
Nah, man, we love you guys, man. And like I said, that's what we want, man. We want bands to be able to get heard. Get like we were just saying, with Pat Travers, Dave, the bass player, his uncle was very famous, Jocko, in this area. And a lot of people, came out to see David because they know Jocko, and they didn't realize how great David was. So David's got what's the name of his band against it? Local 518, right?
David Pastorius and Local 518. It's just
Local
name, really, but like he has. If you actually go like online and you look up David Pastorius, he has a lot more albums, just solo albums.
Oh yeah,
that one
yeah.
that we were listening to was, I think it's like him, his dad, and Alex from the Pat Travers band. They kind of all got together to do that album that we were playing. But yeah, David Pastorius, he just has his own just solo.
Well, he sent me like a bunch of logos, and he sent me like that we can use, because this is the idea. So same with Zenora or whoever. What we're going to start doing in the main house is, prior to shows, we open up at 7. Shows usually don't start till 8. We're going to start featuring artists in the house, so people can listen to your records when you put records out, listen to your music. And what we're going to do is, as the slides go by on the stage, we're going to, I feel like that fucking governor of California, man. Everything I do, I use my hands, We're going to put it on the stage, and then we're going to put it there, but we're going to put it on that. So, and as it goes by, say, by the way, this is who you're listening to, and have a big QR code so they can, maybe go and find your music online right there while they're sitting in the seat, And what I want to do eventually, we're redoing the foyer. We're ripping out the stairs that go up to my office and all that. We're putting in a big bar, and we're putting in a whole space for people to sell merch. And we're going to have a little merch thing. The idea is maybe when bands come through, leave us like, say, 10 of your CDs or whatever. And when you're that band, people can buy your CDs, and, next time we see you, we'll throw you the money, But you can be the band that's playing in the house. And so the idea is to try and turn people on to local artists and local music like no one else is really doing. And, people are sitting there. They're drinking a beer. They're waiting to see the show. They're staring at the screen. They're watching all the shit go by 100 times. And I just thought, so David, we're going to, start with him this week and be one of those bands where it's like, yeah, man, this sounds really cool. What is this? And bam, there it is in front of you. And maybe, he can sell some albums, or at least, get a fan base, start building up his Facebook and shit like that,
You guys are the example. That's the best way for me to put that. You guys doing all of this right, and I should be writing it down on a notebook. This is good.
Well, we have to thank people like Steve. We have to thank Absolute Vodka.
Oh, you're killing.
Who,
Hold on. See, the problem is those are videos, so I have to go scroll down.
Oh no! So we have to thank Absolute Vodka for the Absolute Vodka Live at the Landis podcast, coming at you every week live from the Landis Theater. We are at the Landis Theater. We're just not in the same room together because I don't want to get sick again. And of course, the one and only Michael Kelly Guitars, michaelkellyguitars.com. Get yourself a real guitar made by a pro, and the one and only Steve Pisani. The guru of Michael Kelly Guitars plays here once or twice a year with his band. So, I mean, it's what the hell are they called, Steve?
Radio Flashback.
Radio Flashback. That's it. There it is. Yeah, Radio Flashback. I've got a horrible memory, man. But Uncle Steve Pisani, and then of course, we have our friends at the that will be moving in downstairs from 830 East. The Wanderback Brew Works. Those plans, I've been looking at the plans. It's going to be a beautiful brewery downstairs. Wanderback with all their crazy beers there. Dude, that looks like a very delicious picture. I like that. Yeah, that is a nice head right there, baby. But
Man,
look,
I got
we're
home from work. I need a beer now.
yeah, and dude, I tell you what. Again, look, man, Devin, thank you for coming on, brother. We're looking forward to seeing you Thursday. Remember, doors open at 7 for local shots here live at the Landis. You guys can show up a little early, get set up or whatever. The bands go on at 8. Right now, the band's going to go on at 8. Dylan will go on actually a little before that, we'll start figuring out how we're going to do this. Talk about some of the other upcoming bands. We'll have. I think we're working on that right now, Dylan. We'll have probably like the next 4 bands lined up for you to talk about, and then we'll give you a little something to talk. And it what's that?
I had to put this one up.
Nice cans. Yeah, you know what? Casey's right. I think Zenora was probably one of the first openers we ever had. They opened up for a Quiet Riot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you're one of the first. That was one of the first bands local bands we gave that opportunity.
And dude, it's I still look back and was like, man, that's crazy. I still got the thing hanging up.
Yeah. Steve still got like an enormous one hanging up in his office.
It is. It's right outside this wall right here. It's fucking 6 feet tall. It's amazing.
It's like 6 foot by 5 foot. It's like this huge Quiet Riot poster, man.
That's dope.
Yeah, the dude, Billy. Remember, Billy made that. He was just, he's like, oh, I'm gonna make the biggest poster possible on my printer, and I'm like, holy shit, man.
I'm over here bewildered because I grew up listening to Quiet Riot, and this is an actual conversation. You actually opened up for Quiet Riot. Dylan, man, holy shit. Ray, man,
Hey,
Steve,
dude,
man, holy shit, man, that's insane.
You see the product. You know what I mean? And on it, bigger and bigger and bigger. Don't ever stop.
Well, I need you to know, man, when we pulled up when we did our Battle of the Bands or whatever, we met y'all outside. Y'all were the big dogs. We was talking to y'all like, we got to learn from these guys. And I would take that home. Please, take that home. I look up to all you guys. I'm forever in my debt to y'all. Thank you for seeing that I want to take the opportunities, and I hope any other bands watching this, shake hands, make arrangements. You can do it too. Don't be scared.
Shake dicks, baby. Shake dicks, man.
Shake dicks. It's fine, man.
Well, I'll tell you about Dylan, though. You know what it is about Dylan is Dylan is one of those dudes, man, who you learn from because he adapts, man. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? If fucking Quiet Riot came in tomorrow and said, hey, man, I really like you, dude, but, we were looking for a bass player, Dylan would be like, I played a bass. And by tomorrow, he'll know every fucking bass lick that fucking those guys have ever played in their life and then some. It's the same with Wild Street. They were looking for a drummer, man. He was playing lead guitar and lead singer for a band, and they said they need a drummer. He goes, hey, I can play the drums. Yep.
I was gonna say you just chopped up something on the acoustic over here, man. Hey,
that's what I'm saying, dude. When that's the way it was for years and years. I'll tell you, when I was in the film industry, it's one of the things I always told you. When I did stunts, especially, they would say to you, they'd be like, oh, can you ride a horse? And you never rode a horse. Be like, fuck, man, I've ridden horses all my life. And you better go figure out how to ride a horse. Yeah. Because they're gonna put you on a horse tomorrow, and you better figure that shit out real quick.
Oh yeah.
But you can't say no. You just got to go for it, man. The only time I ever got fucked, and it's the truth, is when they asked me if I could roller skate, and I said yes. And it took more than a day to learn how to roller skate, and I couldn't figure that shit out.
Dude, I'll say this.
And they thought it was funny, man. They're like, this kid can't roller skate for shit, which is good because I had to fall anyway. So what's the difference,
Well, look, I'm grateful. I just, if I can end wherever I'm going and whatever the heck I was saying, because I'm a little all over the place. I'm super excited for this.
It's all good, man. You work for Verizon. We get it. You guys don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Hey. That's not, those are two separate things. Okay, those are two separate things. It was just y'all brought it up, so I had to bring it up. Now, but seriously, like I'm out of my mind at how exciting this is. I've been listening to Preston and Steve my whole life. WMMR is what I grew up on.
Yeah, baby. Same here. Dude, you got to remember, I was growing. Pierre Robert was on when I was fucking a kid, man.
Yeah.
I don't even know. What's Pierre Robert, 102 now or something like that? I got to mention, too, because we were talking about Dylan, and Jules is on, and Jules was saying hi, and Casey came on and said, you know what? It's right. Dylan took like 2 weeks and taught Jules how to play, and she's killer on the drums now. Yeah, I mean, not only that, Dylan actually recorded a song with my son, and I thought it was fucking great, man. You know what I mean?
Studio one night.
Yeah, man, and my son still talks about you, man, because like Dylan, you inspire people. And like I said, man, I tell more people that are young like you, man, to be more like. Don't be like Steven Desco, the stunt cock over there.
I'm having fun. Over here.
But I'll be honest with you, man. No, Dylan, you know, we're proud of you and your family here because we love you, man. And you know, I mean, you're just a good dude, man, all the way around, man.
There's no reason not to be, you know.
Yeah, Steve Desco said that I gave Pierre Robert that big white spot on his beard.
Oh man. Yo.
Damn, dude. Hell of a time to freeze, too. Hell of a time to freeze.
That's perfect.
Fuck Verizon.
Dude, may I say this? I don't feel like I'm talking to like Ray, Steve, and I feel like I'm talking to my boys. Like,
Yep.
if anyone's listening to this podcast, this is the one podcast I can turn on and laugh at. I actually laugh at the whole time. And I'm not like, because you put something on, you're like, huh. Like, you're watching TV, that's the most it gets. I feel like I'm having a conversation every time I watch this podcast.
It is, and it's like that, dude. And that's how, you know, even like again, you talk to like some of the biggest stars. Again, you're talking to Mark, the guy's been around. I remember when their album came out in like late '80s, man, and everybody was singing, you know, fucking "Smooth Up in You," man. It was one of the biggest hits on the radio. Their album's topping the charts, and now here he is talking on our show, you know, like he's our fucking neighbor, you know, like we're mowing the lawn, looking over the hedges, going, "Yo, Mark, man, can I borrow your clippers?" You know?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, like I said, he was only supposed to be on for 15 minutes and ended up, you know, doing almost an hour. So
Yeah.
Oh shit.
that's just how we go. You know, it's you just
Yep.
talk to people. That's the biggest thing. Like you said, this is a community. You know, and you'll never do it if you don't get out there and just start talking and, you know, rubbing elbows, all that good shit. You know, so
Shaking
And
dick.
Mark said that, man, and I'm glad we had him on tonight because you know what? Can you get Dylan to take the trash to the curb for me? That's your pop, man. He ain't doing it. He's too talented for that, baby. But you know what's funny is it's like I said, we had Mark on talking about that, and he lived that life, and we're trying to recreate, you know, what they did back then, which was just get together, get to know each other, man. Go out there, make music, you know, get to know the venue owners. Find a way to get out there and open up for Quiet Riot and shit like that, you know. Shit, you know. Again, you know, Sonora. First time I saw these guys, man, they were fucking amazing, you know. And we're like, holy shit, man, we got to get that. We needed an opener for Quiet Riot, and I'm like, that's the band I want to open, you know.
You asked me that. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Yeah, I want to.
Yeah.
You're in my email.
nah, we're good. We're good.
You know?
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. Well, look, man, we are out of time. It is 9:00, man. So Dylan and Devin, DD Star, and just D, we will see you guys on Thursday, man. And we're looking forward to the first local shots with our partners at WMMR here at the Landis Theater, man. It's going to be a lot of fun, man.
It's gonna be a hell of a lot.
There
of
it
fun.
is. Steve, you want to share a promo video one more time?
Yeah, hell yeah, we'll do that, and I'll take these guys out, and then we can close up. So
Sounds good. Good night, guys. We will see you on Thursday.
Steve,
Look, man.
Ray, love you guys. Dylan, great
Dude,
to talk to you again, bro.
Spread the news.
Oh, it's
Spread the
cool.
news. I don't know what the fuck just happened with
Hey,
Dylan,
I
but
can do it
balloons
too.
came out of
It's
his
a
ass.
new iPhone thing. If you hold it a certain way, he did it by accident.
is that really what it is?
Yeah, I was, dude. It scared the crap out of me. I'm trying.
You
to
just
Snapchat
made balloons
somebody
come out of your
else,
ass,
balloons
Dylan.
Fly up.
I can't tell you how many people come on here and they just have like random shit, you know, floating behind them all the time. And they're like, dude, I don't know what the fuck I did, but now I've got
Nothing's happening here. I don't know
Ray, I
what.
tried
Nothing's
that one.
happening.
That one don't do nothing.
I don't even.
All right, guys.
Anyway,
Good
you
night.
guys-
We'll see you Thursday. Love you
See you
guys,
Thursday.
man. Be
Love you
good, brother.
guys.
later.
Many people waiting at the front door, screaming, let me in, you know I only want more. Preacher saying, well, only one more. It's the right place for all wrongs. Yeah.
That is a good song, man.
Fucking love that song, dude.
Yeah, that is a good song.
I do absolutely love that song. Hell,
Well, look, man. Let's get better, man, because we need you Thursday. So,
hell yeah. Hell yeah.
and then I don't know if you're getting home tonight, man. There's a lot of snow out there.
I'm gonna try. We'll see if I make it out of the parking lot.
Is that thing 4-wheel drive?
No.
No,
You'd think
Oh,
it is,
shit.
but no.
It's front wheel drive though, right?
front-wheel drive, which helps.
There you go. Yeah, that helps a lot in the snow.
It's a it's a turbocharged front-wheel drive, so it likes to spin those tires the whole time.
Yeah, this is true. Look, no matter what, be careful, man.
Yes, hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
And hey, man, and it's again a good show, man. Good show. And thank you to everyone that came on. Thank you to everyone that tunes in. We love you guys, and God bless you. And hey, have a pleasant tomorrow.
Yes, turn your volume down because it's about to get loud.
Oh no!
Normally I do it for you in the studio, but here
There
you
we go. Good night, brother.